Hi team, my name is Mohammed Danish. I've been working with Wipro for the last 3 years as Microsoft 365 administrator, and this is my submission for the GenAI Architect Challenge. The topic that I chose is enhancing first line efficiency and customer experience. This project aims to revolutionize customer support by automating responses to common queries, leveraging AI and RAG approach, reducing response time and improving overall customer experience. Let's dive into the product demo. First up, let's see the tech stack that is being used in the project. I first have UVdesk, which is an open source ticketing tool, and Microsoft's Azure OpenAI and Python to integrate these applications, and lastly Microsoft Teams. Okay, so first up, let's understand how traditional IT support works. Let's say we have a user who has an issue, who would raise a ticket. The ticket is then assigned to an agent who would work with the user to resolve the issue. But the problem here is there are n number of users and limited agents. That is where I intend to bring in AI to respond to documented queries and for the users to try to implement them themselves. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see. Similarly, we'll have a user who would raise a ticket once they have an issue. I have a Python script here which would get me the ticket details, specifically the subject of the ticket, which would then be sent to OpenAI to generate a response based on available knowledge articles, and the response would then be updated to the ticket, and the ticket would be put to hold awaiting user response. And if the user is able to implement it and is happy and satisfied with the solution, they could go ahead and close the ticket. If not, the ticket would still be assigned to an agent who would work with the user to try to resolve the issue, and at the end of it a feedback form would be triggered. uh, the 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 thing here is we are not trying to eliminate the agent out of the loop. We are just trying to reduce the burden by trying to resolve commonly known queries. So the feedback that we receive at the end would be put through sentiment analysis using Azure Cognitive Services, which would then be used at the end to improve the overall efficiency of this existing system. And now let's get into the AI part of it. Let's see the underlying infrastructure of the AI that is being used. We have a front end for admins who would be ingesting data. The ingested data would be stored to a storage account, which would then be utilized by various Azure functions, Azure services such as AI Document Intelligence and OpenAI service to to respond to user and agent queries. As for the front end to query the responses, we have I'll have a front end integrated with speech service as a part of responsible AI approach, which the agents would be using to query their responses. Okay, so now let's get into the demo part of it. Let's say this is the front end of the UVdesk, which has been hosted on Azure virtual machine. So let's say I am a user clicking on contact us, and I need to fill up these details to submit a ticket, which I've already done. Let's say my name is Samir and Samir at xyz.com. This is a support ticket, and I'm unable to log in and that my password is incorrect. I go ahead and click on create ticket. As you can see, the ticket has been successfully submitted. Let's get into the admin UI. This is the admin dashboard. Going into tickets part of it, we can see the ticket that we just submitted. We have it here where it says password is incorrect. We do not have any responses or updates just yet. This is where the Python script comes in. Once we go ahead and run the script, let's say this is the script that I have been using. Sorry, this is not it. This is the script that I have been using. I go ahead and run the script. So we can see that one open ticket is found, and the ticket ID is 26 and the subject is so and so and so, password is incorrect, and the AI responded to it with a solution. The ticket was updated successfully and the status is put to pending. And all these things are also being logged in a log file, just so we need to refer to it to see how AI has been responding, whether it is giving citations, if it is working as intended. So I have a log file here to monitor all that. And going back to the ticket, let's just update it. Let's go back now. Currently we can see it is under open here. Let's just click on it. Okay, so we can see that AI has updated it. It has provided a few solutions based on our knowledge articles, and the status of the ticket is put to pending. If we go here, we'll see now it is under pending here. So this is the UVdesk part of it. Going forward, I thought I could, have the AI assign an agent to it as well, but I feel like that would come more into the ticketing tool part of it rather than AI. So, but then that is also something that is that could be implemented. And the next is we have the AI part of it. Let's go through everything one by one. First up, we have this is the admin dashboard where the admins would be able to click on browse files, select all the KB articles and ingest them. Clicking on reprocess all documents would upload them to the storage accounts, which would then be used by document intelligence to create embeddings. Next up is the front-end UI for the agents. This is the front-end UI for the agents. So let's say I am an agent on a call with user working on queries. So I do not have to go through and search for KB articles. I just need to query up the user issue. So let's say my Outlook is not responding, and I did the same thing and I got a response immediately with the KB citations. These are some things that I have already done, but the same thing works in other languages as well. Let's say I did the same thing in Japanese. The AI responded to it in Japanese with the citations. Let's say I have a password issue, so my password is not working. Hopefully the AI would respond with available data. Okay, so you can see that it responded with a solution. The AI not only uses RAG approach, but it also uses the underlying model to respond to user queries. And we also have AI speech function. Azure speech function here as a part of responsible approach, AI approach, to have inclusiveness and so this is the storage account where the documents are being stored. Like once you click on process all documents, they would be stored here. I've already done it, so these are the files that you see. And the next is the underlying model, which is GPT 3.35 Turbo, which is Azure OpenAI service, and we have anomaly detector here, which would prevent the system from DDoS attacks and such. So let's say there is a system that is triggering multiple HTTP requests to our API, which needs to be blocked, right? So in such anomalies, this would detect and terminate service or act accordingly, send out emails to respective stakeholders. That is the part of it. And we have a shared dashboard. So this dashboard is used to analyze the performance of the underlying infrastructure of the AI. Currently, since I am the only user using it, there are not much insights, but using it on an enterprise scale would give us proper insights. And if at all we have any issues, this would be the dashboard that we would be referring to. And I'm also using Cosmos DB to store chat history for the AI to have the contextual understanding. Let's say the last thing that I queried was Outlook is not responding, and the AI would have given me a solution with citations. So all of that is being stored in Cosmos DB. And all these other functions are working with the shared dashboard, getting us details from multiple sources. So yeah, that is the AI part of it. And lastly, the AI is also being integrated to Microsoft Teams. So I did not have access to deploy the bot to a production Teams. So this is a test environment, but the response, it would be something similar where okay, so let me show you first. This is also a Python locally saved script, so which has been trained intensively with prompt engineering concept, so that the AI does not answer to irrelevant queries. It is up to what is being asked, and it does not answer irrelevant queries. As well as with the actual AI, we have integrated content moderation to restrict explicit content and stuff. So yeah, coming back to the Teams chatbot, this would be the front-end UI where once the users are educated to use it, this would be the place. Instead of raising a ticket, they would go here, they would search for queries. I have already asked a few things like my password is not responding, and it gives me solutions from the available KB articles. And yeah, so if I say my password is not working, it gives me a solution. My Outlook data file is URL UPT corrupt. Let's see if it gives us a solution. Hopefully it does. Okay, so yeah, based on KB001, it has given me a solution. So yeah, but let's say what is the best stock I could trade in. So just to say, show an example that it does not respond to irrelevant queries. As you can see, it politely declines such queries. This is the project. Yeah, that is the end of the product demo. There is all of this has I learned it within a month and have developed so far, and I believe if given more time, there is a lot more that could be integrated within this system, such as a few things that I thought I should do but I could not do it. One is to have AI respond to only specific tickets. Currently it responds to all open tickets, but we do not going forward in production, we would not want it to respond to VIP tickets or high priority tickets, right? So in such cases, to exclude those, we would train the AI and as well as the ticketing tool system to work with it. And then the second point is to use okay, so let's assume a user is frustrated and has raised a ticket. Based on the description of the ticket, the AI would understand the sentiment and accordingly respond to the ticket, either increase priority, assign the ticket and notify the resolver group. So this is something, this is also something that I wanted to implement but I could not. And the other thing is having an agent assigned to the ticket once it is updated. Currently I feel like this thing would come under the ticketing tool, which is commonly done these days in production environment. And lastly, the feedback mechanism that we currently have using cognitive services, I feel is somewhat lacking. Currently we only perform sentiment analysis, but going forward it would be great if I would be able to incorporate a complex data analytics tool which would give us multiple insights to how this this existing system could be improved. So yeah, these are the few things that I feel like that it could be improved, and there is a lot more that could be done to the system. And as a conclusion, I would say I have successfully implemented AI into customer service. This project demonstrated the potential of AI to revolutionize customer service operation, reducing response time and improving resolution rates, and empowering users to try to resolve issues themselves and to educate them as well. That is the end of this demonstration. Thank you.